So after a couple days of spending time here in Pattaya, whatever, I've had a really amazing time just relaxing in the beach, enjoying the nice, slower pace of life, the lower cost of living. It's made me think that I think I might want to buy a condo here in Pattaya, especially with all the things that have been going around in Bangkok with the 30-day lockdowns, and now recently there's been a fire that has exploded. They're trying to contain it over there. With all the shit that's been happening here in Bangkok, I don't think the city life is for me. Maybe if I was in my late teens, early 20s, yeah, sure, that might have worked. I'm getting older and, deep down inside, I'm just a California boy. I like being around the beach. It calms me down, it relaxes me. So I was actually referred to by a couple of friends over here in Paragon Properties. Today in this video, we're gonna go condo shopping. It's a buyer's market. Since the market here in Thailand hasn't been doing too well because of the stuff that's been going on the world for the past 2 years, it is purely a buyer's market, a renter's market, and we'll take advantage of that. We're gonna explore more about the condo units, the prices, how much your budget should be, and plenty of good stuff. Anyways, without further ado, let's go check inside. So I'm over here at Paragon Properties with...
My name is Valeria. I'm co-owner of Paragon Properties.
And how long have you been working here in Paragon Properties as a real estate agent?
As an agent, I've been working here for about 9 years. As co-owner, 4 to 5 years.
Like, is it a buyer's market? Is it good to rent, buy?
For Pattaya area, it's been surprisingly active market. It's definitely much more competitive. It's definitely harder to close the deals, but it's still much more vibrant, much more active than you would anticipate, considering that the borders are completely closed, that there is literally 0 incoming tourists in the area. What was happening is that the local Thai market became more active. Local buyers got more interested in purchasing the property, thinking that they can probably grab a discounted deal due to COVID. And this is our struggle really with the current situation, because there's probably more buyers that want to buy a COVID rate property than the sellers that are willing to drop price significantly. So this is, I'd say we are in the buyer's market, but with not enough supply of what buyers would expect to get. Have a great demand on the COVID rate properties. We have a significant supply of properties, yet not enough owners are considering to negotiate the price, and I totally understand, because most of the owners here are bought with cash, they're cash rich, and they can sit for a year or so on the property without losing the value.
So a lot of the owners aren't willing to let go for the current COVID rate?
Definitely, but the ones that are willing to let go, they find their buyers instantly almost.
Which neighborhoods are pretty popular right now when it comes to selling condos?
If we're talking about condos, always the beachfront areas or on demand, no matter what, no matter when, COVID, not COVID, beachfront, sea view, always the priority.
So you've got Jomtien Beach, that's one of them, that's pretty high in demand.
That would be, well, we are here, our office is located between Pratamnak and Jomtien Beach, so naturally this is our area of expertise, but Wongamat is also quite popular. Anything that gives you sea view, that would be a priority, because, and if it's beachfront, it's even better. That's
what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, sea view. Let's see what kind of deals that we can find.
Yeah, I hope my husband will be helpful with it.
I hope so too. He's a little camera shy, guys. That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, camera shy too.
And no, you're doing a fantastic job. You're killing it. So we're over here at the first condo here at the Axis, and we're here with Edwin, who actually owns a couple units here at the Axis, here in Pattaya. Can you tell me more about this whole unit, what this condo has to offer?
You have to live here and you have to appreciate this place over the time. Being on the main road, like I was mentioning to you before, Forrest, yeah, it's so convenient because you can jump on the bath bus, you can see one passing by there, so you don't have to have a transport, you don't have to have a car or motorbike. So that is one of the biggest conveniences. And a lot of people who are passing by, they don't realize that it's one of the most beautiful parks here in Pattaya, actually the most beautiful one. It's Queen Surrogate Park, and it's very well maintained, it's very clean. The owners of the building, they actually agreed to have their own door to the park, so you have your own kind of beautiful, beautiful park in the back. So you have a building A and building B, swimming pool on the 6th floor, nice gym and sauna inside, everything you need here. And this is the main road and a beautiful park at the back. So when your units are facing to the park side, it's really quiet. You wouldn't even know you're in the city. So that's kind of the gem of the building. And to be on the 6th floor in the swimming pool, you can really appreciate that. The big difference is on the ground floor, when the 6 o'clock hits, the mosquitoes are there, anywhere you are. But here it's so windy, the building collects the wind. You can actually chill there with all that wind and nice views, and not so many units can see you. So all these little things you can appreciate over the time. A huge car park space, and yeah, just a lot of small things to look at. Let me show you around. There's plenty of space. You have kind of quick parking for the bikes here, and then plenty of space upstairs. And the cars you can park down there, and big car park on the roof. You could think of subscribing for the gym, you can think of exercising, but everybody's lazy. But to go in the morning for a walk here in the evening is the best thing. If you're retiring, or even if you're young age and you want to stay fit, it's good to live next to the park. Okay. It looks pretty simple, you know, it doesn't have this 5-star look straight away. But you can appreciate it much more than some of these flashy buildings, you know. The location, the facilities, the space around, because you have so many hallways and corridors to walk through, and it's so peaceful, not so many people live here. So you wake up in the morning, you open your windows and there's all that wind, and you think, you know, this is how I should be living. So it's the ideal place if you just want pure quiet, pure peace. Yeah, if you're facing the park. If you're facing the street, it's a different story. The government staff, they come and clean the park every day. It's
wow, I didn't expect this park to be this huge.
Exactly, and this is just a small part of it, a small part. It goes all the way around, and then there's another hill. It's beautiful, yeah, and it's yours. And can you hear any cars? No. Yeah, it's like it's perfect. You can get all that hype, you know, but eventually, if you're staying long term, you could get there in 2 minutes if you want to go to Walking Street or somewhere. But the park, it's always going to be there for you, and fresh air. And
would you say, out of convenience, you're a highly advocate of Property?
Yes, for many different reasons. First of all, the city is getting built all around it. You can't move towards the water, you know, you're right on the edge of it. So you have 4 or 5 different beaches around, and you, on a higher level here, I think access is about 30, 40 meters above sea level. So the land prices keep going up, and more expensive buildings being built. It's just convenient. It's very easy to commute, and it's a very green area. A lot of green areas in the city, they're all going to be built up because it's all private land. But the government park, don't get in a pool, careful. So you see it's all spacious, little kids pool and the main pool. It's very nice here in the evening. Yeah, so the only neighbors is this wall. This is your only neighbors.
Oh wow, this corner unit.
It's fairly compact, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
How many square feet or square meters?
56-ish.
56.
But yeah, it's fairly peaceful here. Balcony is quite small, but you have Daikin air cons which are not too noisy, which is a nice thing.
Check out this view, guys. Woo.
Yeah, nice breeze, fresh air. So for the kitchen, just to mention a few things, they actually left the space for the washing machine. So that is convenient. You can put your own washing machine and, you know, fair size fridge. This storage is very handy. All your shoes and all your travel bags you can hide in here.
Tools and everything.
Yeah, so that's handy.
Okay, good.
As I mentioned, Daikin air cons are a really good feature. They're really quiet. And this is second bedroom.
Second bedroom, okay.
It's more like an office room. Big storage though, huge wardrobe. And second guest bathroom, fair size shower. Some of the new projects actually, they put such a tiny showers, but this is okay.
No, this is pretty nice. Next door?
It's, yeah, just there.
So this is going to be the master bedroom.
Yep. You could say that, you could fairly say that if you're walking around here freely, nobody's really watching you, because a lot of new projects, or especially resort style buildings with like 1,000 units, big problem is if you want to face the pool or some nice view, In the evening, you're going to be facing about 500 units in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's not much privacy. But here, you know, nobody can build in front of you, and you have some privacy. North is pretty much that way. So you're going to have some morning sun, and then later towards the evening, the sunset is right there, where the park is. So not too much heat. Today is pretty cloudy. We like that. Good storage space. That's quite important. You could hide all your stuff here. And this is rather unusual. You have all the glass for the shower and toilet. I've seen exactly same unit before with a partition here. So, you know, you could put a sliding door if you need more privacy.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
So it's pretty much like a walk-in wardrobe if you close it all away. It doesn't look like a five-star unit, the deco and all that, but when you put wallpaper, mirrors, and your own deco, then, you know, you could appreciate the building as well. I think people do that mistake often when they just look at the beautiful showrooms and flowers. Ceiling is a bit higher. Normally you get for pretty much that height for the total height, but here it's a little bit higher. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about the price, you know. If you pay really good money for this, a big discount, then the value is there, you know. If you're paying 5 million for it, it's okay. It's just average or above, but, you know, if you pay something below 4 or close to 3 million, it's a good bargain.
What's the range that you're usually willing to put down? You would say between 3 to 4?
You could say average unit price is about 4 million, 3 million that is going price in Pattaya for a nice one-bedroom apartment.
Have you had any?
Yeah, from 2 to 4, it's
have
average.
you had any higher offers, like more around like the 6.5, 7 range?
There's always customer for that range, yeah. But most common is probably 3.5 million baht.
3.5.
Because people want a holiday home, 1 bedroom, you know, small 2 bedroom. Yeah, around that. But you have some expensive properties too, some really expensive ones. So yeah, there's something for everybody.
So this entire unit, this is a how many square meters did you say? I'm sorry.
56, if I'm correct. I should have checked before, right? You could, when you walk around the park, there's toilets. It's all clean. Some workout machines on top. You have more stuff to exercise. So a lot of people, they think I'm going to buy property as close to the beach as I can. Reality is you're going to pay 2-3 times more. But how often actually you're going to swim in the sea? You know. So if you don't swim in the sea every day, use the pool more, or you prefer the park, you can save a lot of money. You can live 1.5 kilometers from the beach, you know, and enjoy the other things. So it's kind of one of those things. People always dream to be on the beach front, but it's so unnecessary. Unless you swim twice a day, then fair enough.
Yeah, this is one of the most common questions, but what do you feel about foreigners, you know, whether it's buying condo versus buying a house? Like, because, you know, I think about it, I'm like, okay.
It is tricky.
It's worth it. I mean, you know, 3.5, 4 million, you know, to buy a condo versus, like, let's say if you go to the range of 6.5 and above, wouldn't it be more sensible to maybe buy a house here in Thailand? You're buying it as a foreigner. You're at a huge disadvantage.
Well, first of all, ownership is one thing. That's the tricky part. But the most important thing is rent a house and try. I don't know how to compare with the houses in other countries, but having a house or a condo here is a big difference. You don't need to have a house, really, unless you have a big family. And if you buy a house, a nice house, you have to, you know, if you want a decent house for like 6 million baht, you can't buy one here in Paragon. You have to move further out. So that means you're somewhere in the forest. If you need to go to 7-Eleven or you want to go to the beach, it's always driving, you know. Here you're located really central. And the maintenance, the security, mosquitoes, snakes, it's not Australia, but it's still, you know, all these little inconveniences. The condo is so easy. You lock the door and you leave. All the swimming pool and, you know, cleaning corridors, everything is taken care for you. So I would definitely suggest renting a house if you really want to buy one and just try it out first. Because at the end of the day, you realize, I had a lot of customers that bought houses far away, and then eventually they still want to get a condo here because it's just too much headache to travel. Yeah, I think you better experience before you buy it if you're really considering a house. Condos are just so much easier.
What is the difference between, let's say, if you're buying a condo you buy it in either foreigner name or in Thai name. Can you explain those two concepts for people that are unaware, such as myself?
Well, in general, there's no difference in Thai or foreign name. It's the same paperwork and the same. But if you're asking about the house in foreign name, so to say, in the company name, that's kind of a different story. But eventually, if you buy an apartment in Thai ownership or foreign ownership, is the same thing. You get the same paperwork. As you probably know, 49% is foreign ownership over the whole building quota, and 51% is a Thai ownership. So they keep that balance. But there's no difference. When you're reselling, you're paying the same taxes at the land office. If you're buying new property, the developer pays most of it. You only pay 1% from the valuation. But when you resell, it goes up.
Gotcha.
But there's no difference. As a Thai person owns the unit or you own the unit, you get the same paperwork.
Okay, so I'll just, if I were to buy a condo, I'd be like, all right, just leave it on foreigner name.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Availability is an issue. If you're buying especially an already complete building, it's always more scarce to find a foreign ownership. It's always more difficult. Thai ownership is more accessible, especially in Pattaya, such a touristic place. But yeah. Just love the wind.
So I'm definitely really enjoying that unit that I just saw. 50-something square meters, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got an amazing view towards the park. And as the older I get, the more I want less noise, more quiet, peace, and solace. Because I can't stand young people anymore. They piss me off. I just want to be by myself. Anyways, that was an amazing unit. And it's going for like around 3.3 million. I'm definitely liking my options more and more as I'm considering buying condos out here. All right, so we're over here at the Atlantis Condo located on Jom Tien 2nd Road. There's 5 buildings here that families, everybody that lives here. This place is definitely more of a bigger complex compared to the Access. A lot more families, so let's check it out, see what kind of views this place has to offer. So as I'm walking through these halls, the first impression I get is it's got that hotel smell. It could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. All right, so expectation, reality. Womp womp. It's pretty cool. There's a nice looking bridge that connects all the 5 buildings together. The pool. You got a cool little slide. I can see why this place is definitely suitable for families. Kids can come out, run around during this hot, humid weather here in Pattaya, jump off the slide, swim, be wild. I get it. I get why families love coming out here and like living out here. It's perfect for the kids, perfect. I mean, if you got like a young little one, like a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, just bring them out to the pool and let him or her enjoy their best life. Best life. This is definitely a resort condo. So that's the one thing that they're really known for in this condo, having this cool pirate boat. Obviously, this is the perfect time for them to do renovations, making it look nice and pretty and brand new. So when the market starts opening back up, it'll definitely be a lot more appealing. So one thing I just found out is that inside that boat, there's a coffee shop. That's a genius idea. I swear, the Thais think of the most clever things. If anything, I would have put in a bar instead, but that's just my alcoholic ass. So one vital piece of information, especially with this resort-style condo, is that normally condos, the higher the floor, the more expensive it is. Not for this place, because the lower the floor, you understand, the lower the floor, the more you have easy pool access. Now the shitty part about that is that, well, I mean, if you want privacy, you don't exactly have much. You're gonna have to look right across from your neighbors in their naked wardrobe and inadvertently being accidental peeping Toms. Hey, is that something you're cool with? This might be the place for you. So now that I just showed you guys the pool amenities, I'm gonna give you guys a Atlantis 72 square meter condo tour that's going for about 3.4 million Thai baht. My first impressions, it's pretty damn spacious. So you come out here, and here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've got the view. Now you got your furnished master bedroom over here, TV, light, and, well, you got kind of a view. Kind of a view. And you come through, you've got your own bathroom over here. Shower, toilet, needs a little bit of cleaning. I am very impressed by the living room over here. There's so much space out here. Good kitchen, do some cooking. Everybody's watching TV out here, and you know, just invite a few friends over, just relax. Really, really great space to be hosting parties. You come out over here, and wow, look at this lovely sea view. It's a view. This is probably one of the more spacious balconies that I've experienced here in Thailand. There's a ton of space that you can just walk through, grab your morning tea or morning coffee. You got your washer over here. Enjoy the view, the morning view out here, and just sit down and just relax for a bit. Cool. Personally, I'm not really, well, I mean, yeah, technically there is a sea view over here. All the way out yonder. Remember guys, you have to understand that this place is in Jomtien 2nd Road, so you're definitely gonna be farther away from the sea. But if you guys like trees, it's right here. Right? Right? It was a terrible joke, I'm sorry. So I think I'm just gonna end it off right here. I wanna thank the realtors over at Paragon Properties, Jamie, Valeria. They've been great people, taking the time and showing me around these units, especially in this hot buyer's market here in Pattaya, whatever, roast me in the comments. I think the biggest thing that I'm struggling right now is trying to figure out which one do I value more? Do I value location more, or do I value space more? I'm gonna need some help on this, so leave your suggestions on the comments down below. Any feedback in regarding to that is greatly appreciated, because I am on the struggle bus right now. I'm struggling with this decision. I don't know. What do you guys think?